Hey there, Gaming Atheist here again. Yeah, I'm playing some Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max on my PSP here. Yeah, it's a pretty good game so far. I'm really enjoying it. Let's see. Let me pause there for a minute so I can get the video. Alright, I'm ready to get to the video now. But yeah, I got this PSP back in around, yeah, well, I got it like last month around after Christmas, my Christmas money I got, so it's a good game system. I like it. Really, not like it as much as the 3DS, but I do like it. Anyway, time to get to the video. Now, I've mentioned before in probably a past video that I am a spiritual guy despite being an atheist. I am spiritual, and I think spiritualism is a key element that we need to kind of get through life. You know, at least to well, you know, basically become stronger people, to become stronger persons, and you know, overall just not let the egregiousness of life get to us. You know, not let it keep us down. But at the same time, spiritualism, it can easily be bastardized into religion, and this is the revelation I had. Basically, this thing is like some kind of bullshit paid, you know, advertisement where, and a few simple steps, you too can screw over spiritualism to religion. So let's get started with these 4 easy steps of how you can do just that. First step. Now, when you're finding a spiritual, you know, the first key to spiritualism is to find your own spiritual path. You know, finding your own way of enlightenment. And I think, yeah, spiritualism should be spread around, but I think everyone has a different spiritual path or a different way to enlightenment. I think that's the beauty of spiritualism. It's going to be different for everyone. But the first step is to basically make your way to enlightenment the only way. It's like or you know, like if you have like some kind of dream or something, or you've had some kind of you know, or you've meditated and just kind of hit and you kind of discovered something, you know, during meditation. Yeah, you can basically use this basically like, well, you know, say this is the only way. This is the only way. My way is the only way, and it's the only way you can ever, you know, be, you know, well, just, you know, you can basically become enlightened. So yeah, that's the first step. Second step, getting followers. Now, I know a lot of religious leaders out there. A lot of religious leaders out there say they don't want blind followers and all that. They want, you know, want people who can actually see, you know, who can actually see the truth and all of that. But let's be honest, you know, just about almost all followers of any kind of religion are very much blind, even the leaders themselves. And if you don't, and basically you can say you don't want blind followers as much as you want, but if you don't reject any of the ones that are blindly following you, if you don't exactly reject them or tell them to not be so blind, well, then there you go. That's the second step. Third step, using it to acquire fame. Using it to acquire fame. You know, even if you don't really want to, or you're not trying to become famous. Basically, at the core of every religion, you need some kind of absolute, you know, massive, you know, well, I don't want to say massive, but you need this one person out there who becomes very big on the scale, who becomes like so big to become like the center of the religion. He's pretty much this. It was like its founder or its creator or whatever, and yeah, and that person usually goes down in history as being very famous. And the first step to acquiring fame, and this kind of goes along with it, because, you know, like I said, you may not want. This kind of goes hand in hand with the getting followers. Like, you may not want, you know, fame and all that, but if you do stuff to acquire, like write books, you know, appear in talk shows and all that, or you just basically, or well, you know, well, thinking back in the early days, early 80 years of the AD era. Of AD, you know, when Jesus existed, they didn't exactly have talk shows or anything like that. But his teachings, his words, got on by word of mouth. They did spread like wildfire, and overall, he did become rather famous. At least for the most part. At least in the people who knew of him. So yeah, they they all knew. So yeah. So basically, using like acquiring fame and not exactly rejecting the fame. That's the third step. And the final step, becoming a martyr. Basically, willing to sacrifice yourself for the cause. Or at least, or dying, or at least, we're basically just making yourself into a martyr. It's good to sacrifice yourself for a good cause, but only if it's really worthy, or you're not trying to do it for your own benefit. The benefit, you're trying to do it to benefit others. But if you're doing it to benefit yourself, even if you, it shows that you are trying to use it to benefit yourself. Well then, yeah, there you go. And eventually, lying to people to make you into a god, or make you out to be some kind of god, or believing, and eventually in the end that you do believe you are God. In this whole ordeal, this whole thing you've created, this big monster you've created out of your spiritual path, out of your spiritual, way to enlightenment. Then there you go. You've basically, that's basically it. You've become a martyr for your own, ordeal. You've basically made people make you out to be a deity, and there you go. 4 easy steps. In those 4 easy steps, you have basically turned your spiritualism into a religion, and you've pretty much bastardized it. So, ta-da. Hope you're happy with yourself. And in the end, I think when you're going to be truly spiritual, you need to forego all of that. Okay, forego fame, forego fortune, just forego fame, forego followers, anything like that. Just forego all of that. Find your own way to enlightenment. Find your own way, your own path, and don't try to rely on another person's path to be yours. And overall, don't try to make your path to be like the only way that people should follow it. Okay, because that's especially worse. So that's all I have to say. This video is going to be very short, but I wanted to keep it kind of short. So, hey. This is the gaming atheist saying, ciao.